Well, tell us about the overall experience in Madison for your competition.
Um, it was unbelievable. The event was um, so huge. It was almost overwhelming. Was really anxious when I got there, and of course, 40,000 people showed up to spectate and be a part of the event, and it puts a whole bit of a perspective on things when you're competing in that kind of environment. But wouldn't have traded for the world. It was it's even hard to describe the amount of excitement, and the people that showed up to compete against were again from all over the world. It was unbelievable.
You're telling me that you weren't exactly 100% going into this thing with maybe a little leg or knee injury kind of thing?
Yes, it was a little beat up. Been fighting a knee issue, and but I tried to get through it. Had a lot of help from my trainers, some physical therapy. Dr. Allaire helped me a little bit getting some treatment on it, but it got me there. And I competed. I was in every event, completed every event, in the thick of things. It was very humbling to go to the World CrossFit Games and compete against the top 20 guys in the world.
What was the toughest event?
I think the first event I was most nervous about. It was a mile-and-a-half run, 500-meter swim in a lake, and then a mile-and-a-half back. Hadn't ran for months. Was pretty nervous about that. That was probably the hardest event on my legs. But I think the hardest event was a clean and jerk, and then mixed in with some. Excuse me, you have to cut that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Let me think here. I think that one of the hardest events that we did was a 55-pound dumbbell snatch, and where we would do 30 double unders with a jump rope, and then 12 55-pound dumbbell snatches, and you did that 4 times. And that dumbbell on that 4th round got pretty heavy, throwing it over your head with each arm, one-armed.
Now, what's next for you?
Healing up. I'm going to heal up and ease back into my training. Definitely learned a lot of things for next year. I want to compete again. I know that I've got to get a little stronger. When you train for these things, sometimes you're going and going, and pretty soon you step on a scale and you've lost, 7, 8, 9 pounds. Happens to me a lot when I compete, and I'd like to go into these events a little stronger with less weight loss, and that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on overall strength, try to put some weight back on, and keep competing around the country.